Good morning traders, it's Peter Thompson, Senior Mentor of 1 Billion Signals, sponsored by Merit Forex. If you watched my last video on Monday, then you should have been prepared for this upside correction of the US dollar. It just started, and this week I think is going to be very interesting, especially until the end of the week. We can have some very good opportunities. It's Wednesday morning, middle of the week. And I would say, according to the economic calendar, the week has just started, as the most important events are Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. What we got on the market today: CPI, 6 a.m. GMT time for the Great British Pound, of course, on a yearly basis. Inflation report, a very important event on the market. Governor Bailey is going to give a speech 10:30 a.m. GMT. For this is going to affect the Great British Pound again. Core CPI 12:30. Interest rate decision 2 p.m. One of the most volatile events in general, the interest rate decisions. This is for the Canadian dollar. Crude oil inventories 2:30. Crude oil is showing us, yesterday showed us a pretty decent push, I would say, to the downside. 2:30 p.m. GMT for the crude oil, and Bank of Canada press conference, pretty logical event after the interest rate. Thursday, we have deposit facility rate in the Eurozone 11.45, initial jobless claims for the USD, labor market indicator very important 12:30 GMT, and existing home sales 2 p.m. GMT. Friday, we have retail sales in UK 6 a.m. GMT, composite manufacturing and services PMI 8:30 GMT in the morning, and new home sales 2 p.m. for the US dollar. As usual, what's more interesting is the chart. Euro US dollar in front of us reached the resistance level 1.2051, and got a decent push, 50 pips, not the biggest one of course, but careful, because from here we can see the Euro US dollar is going down. Yesterday we got a modest drop of the American indices, exactly as we predicted. So US dollar started its correction to the upside. Really depends how this drop of the US indices is going to continue today and until the end of the week. But if we see continuation to the downside, then definitely this is going to affect negatively on the Euro US dollar and the rest of the major currency pairs. So if you're planning to take any buy trades on the Euro US dollar for now, just be very careful, because we can see drop to the downside. GBPUSD, kind of similar, but more clear than the Euro US dollar. On top of that, there is something that supports the GBP drop, 1.3918 support level, and from here we can see bounce back or slight continuation in order to test 1.3114, pretty possible considering the future upward correction of the US dollar that we expect, and after that, good buy opportunity. Whoever taken this one here that we discussed that, taken very good trade. Australian USD, we have pretty similar price action, absolutely normal. Australian dropped down with 100 pips yesterday, and it seems it's heading to test the next support 0.7655. I would wait for the Australian dollar. Anyway, right now it's staying right in the middle of these boundaries, 0.7822, 0.7655. So I would wait to see the Australian touching one of these levels. New Zealand US, yeah, not surprised. 0.7166 is our current price, in the middle of the support and resistance 0.71. Just bear in mind, this is very big support level because it's a round number, tested a couple of times, pretty clear, and we can see test of this level of the support. USD Canadian, exactly as we expected. We had a talk about it with many of my students. Guys, if you take a short trade, yes, could have been great trade, but because of the expected drop of the S&P 500, the American indices in general, that's what happened yesterday. This is what happened with the US dollar as well. Big push to the upside, almost 100 pips in order to test 1.2623. So further upside pressure to 1.2688 is pretty possible, so careful with your shorts. Crude, something that definitely is on my radar. We saw yesterday a drop of almost $2.2 per barrel. A very big decline considering you can compare to the recent price action of the crude, exactly as we expected, 59.80, and definitely not gonna be surprised to see 54, the next support level. Pretty possible with the crude oil. There is not a lot of demand anyway for crude, as we talked. This upward trend is not because of the high demand. Yeah, there was some part of increased demand, but at the same time is because of the weakness of the US dollar. So exactly because we expect upside correction of the US dollar, this is why we can see pressure to the downside for the crude. USD Swiss, exactly same logic. We can see correction to the upside. We saw pretty tiny push to the upside, 30 pips yesterday of the USD Swiss, so I'm expecting to see test of 0.92, and I would even move this line into a new resistance level, 0.9212, just to be a little bit more like clear. Here where the price tested this level, and this is my area that I'm going to looking for. USD Japanese, the other favorite currency pair. For USD Japan, there is room to go up, so I'm going to move this support level into a new resistance. As you can see, it was tested twice here, again for a similar resistance zone, while USD Japanese yen is closer than the USD Swiss to its resistance zone. It was tested here and here and here. So because of this, careful by taking buy trades on the USD Japan, even though we do expect correction to the upside. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed these videos. Of course, support our YouTube channel by sharing and like us, share us in the social medias and etc. If you have any questions, you know how to reach us. Thank you very much for your time, and